Oh, I'm live. Okay. Somebody just sent me a DM. I already forget who it was, but somebody was asking me where my sweater is from. It's from Sport Check. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm seeing some people tune in. Hi, Amy, Abday. Hi, girl. Hope your year is going well. That's so exciting. Look at all these people. Everybody's pretty quiet. Put your hand up if you have wine. Hey. Hi, Faye. We've got some hearts. Hi, Laura. I'm so happy that you're joining us. Can you guys hear the TV downstairs? Ooh, somebody has wine. That's right. No wine. Faye. Oh, that's okay. Maybe water. Grading papers as we speak. Well, you must be drinking wine then. Teacher's secret. What grade do you teach? Lutz 20. You could think you save this so I can watch it later. You know what? Do you think I can save it? I don't know. I'll have to ask my tech guy. Love the giant glass of wine. As a teacher, you need it. Yes, you do. I'm going to look into that, if I can save it. I'm not sure. I don't do lives very often. So, I'll ask. Maybe I'll Google it. Can you save Instagram live videos? Looks like it's a popular question. 2nd grade, south of Seattle. Very exciting. What are you marking in 2nd grade? Do you do daily 5 there? Live stay in your story for a day. You know what? I think you're right, actually. Thanks, Andrea. Any questions? I'm feeling like I'm running out of topics for Teacher Talk Tuesday, if I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't do it last week. What do you guys want? What do you want to know? I can do a post on it if you don't want me to answer it in here. Yes, daily 5 and starting daily 3 for math this year. Grade 4 in Regina. Oh, this is a good question. We'll come back to the daily 5 one. How do I stay on top of marking? I teach grade 1, so a lot of it is I just do it right away. Lots of, like right now especially, I'll be scribing. So we do something called weekly news or weekend news. So we used to do weekend news. So when the kids would come in on Monday, they would, I wish I had a picture of what it looked like. It's just on Teachers Pay Teachers. If you just Google weekend news, then they write about what they do on the weekend. And then I have them come up to me. I usually have some busy work that they're going to be doing after they're done, like printing or anything, any catch up. And then I call them up and they tell me what they've written. And then I write it underneath. It's a little bit different than other grades. And marking, I usually try to do it every day. I'm honestly not as good at that. That's a goal for me, but math, sometimes I can get a little bit lazy with if I'm running off to teach bar or something like that, but I typically try to do it right after work. Just get it done. First 20 minutes or so of the day. Okay, this is new for me this year, so I'm going to tell you what I did last year because I knew it really worked. However, our day has been, how do I say this? My day has been switched around a bit due to some switches in admin and what they want. So now my day looks different than it did last year. So I'm going to tell you what I did last year because I loved it. Our school day starts at 8:53, and the very first thing they would do is the kids would come in, they would get undressed, put their snowsuits away because most of the time it's snowing, and then they get their agendas out, because we write in our agenda every day, put it on their desk, and then they meet me at the carpet. So within like 3 to 4 minutes, we're all sitting at the carpet. And I always start with a story, whether it's a little short story or it's a longer one that I'm going to tie into a lesson later. My day always started with some kind of read aloud. Maybe it's the difference between tattling and telling. I'm really struggling with that. Or maybe somebody is fibbing and I want to tell, I want to talk about something like, what's that called? When kids aren't telling the truth and you read that story. Oh, the boy who cried wolf. Like lessons like that, or maybe it's just a new book that I love and I just want to get the students to love reading. So I read to them every single day last year. It was the first thing we did in the morning and it was amazing. So so we'd read a story and then they write in their agenda. So that in grade 1 takes literally probably from 8:53 till about 9:30, and then we would get into our daily activities, whatever that would be. So I hope that answers your message or your question. So come in, agendas out of their backpack, open on their desk so that I can see them as they're kind of undressing. They meet me at the carpet. We sit in a circle. I sit on the ground if I am able to, unless I'm wearing a constricting outfit. But normally I'll sit on the ground with them, or I sit in my chair, whatever. I read a story. Sometimes I let the kids pick the books out. That's always fun. So again, really getting those kids engaged in literacy and really fostering them to like love reading, because that's my job. My job is to teach them to read. So to teach a kid to read, you have to teach them to love reading. So that's kind of how I started out there. Okay, sorry, I'm missing some of these questions. Oh, I can scroll back. Okay. How do you stay on top of marking? For 20 minutes or so I did that. Classroom management tips for 6th grade. I teach grade 1, so that's a little out of my league. But my suggestion is always you need to kind of be like a bitch the first little bit, okay? That's the stand I take. Obviously in grade 1 that looks different, and you don't want to be mean to the kids, but clear expectations right from the get-go. If you're going to be wavering back and forth, if somebody wavers with me back and forth, I'm like, okay, if you give me an inch, I'm going to take a mile. It's just my personality, and lots of kids are like that. So I say, make the rules clear and concise and follow through. You need to follow through. If you say you're going to do something, you need to do it, whether that's something like positive reinforcement. If you promise them that you're going to do something, you need to do that. And if you say you need to miss recess, even though you have to go pee and you need a coffee, you're going to have to miss it because you got to follow through. That would be my suggestions. Like I said, I don't teach grade 6, but that's what I would do. Oh, yes, message this right here. M.auds. She teaches 6th grade in her 5th year. She will hit you up. I was recently put in a classroom of 6th graders with no classroom management. Okay, M.auds. You're going to be busy. Okay, do we have any other questions? A grade 1 teacher changed my son's anxiety towards school, so kudos to all you grade 1 teachers. Aww. Hi, Leanne. I started following you a while ago, and I just think you're absolutely hilarious and totally beautiful. And I want to book another trip to Hawaii. I've gone every year, and it's just like I need to go again because you made it look so great again. And speaking to son's anxiety, I don't know, Leanne, if your son's 1st grade teacher has talked to you about this, but I'm actually working on a campaign with somebody to do with a storybook, and it's actually, I think it's called Hello Sunshine, and they reached out to me to talk about it on my social channels, and I have actually used the story. We do it in our school already, so you'll be learning more about that. I will be doing a post on it right away, and it's called Hello Sunshine, or no, You Are My Sunshine. Sorry if that's noisy when I'm typing. Mindfulness. I think that's what it's called. You Are My Sunshine. Good Morning Sunshine. And the story is called Good Morning Sunshine. And her name is Trina Markison, and she's actually from Regina, where I'm from, and she's amazing. She will come in and do presentations to the teachers, your whole staff. She will do presentation for the children. It is amazing. She's going to be coming into my school, my classroom again, hopefully, and I'll be doing a whole post on it. And it's called Good Morning Sunshine. I'm going to turn it around so you can see. Looks like this. And it's called A Story of Mindfulness. So if you want to screenshot this, I say you should do it right now. Okay? Classroom management stuff. Read the First Days of School. Oh my gosh. Yes, that is a good book. I haven't thought about that book in a long time, but I read that one. I think it's by, I don't know. Who's it? Like, it's an Asian author. I know that. Hi, Mrs. Ortman. Classroom management in senior grades need firm expectations. That's my friend, and she's really good, so hit her up also. She teaches grade 8, and she's fantastic. But yeah, Kyla, that's what I said. Whatever you say, you have to do, and you can't be their friend. Like, you're not their friend. They have lots of friends. You can pull back the reins, like, a little bit later, but at the beginning, you don't need to be their friend. They have lots of friends, and you have lots, and you don't have time to be their friends. You are their teacher, okay? Yes, firm boundaries at the first month and show them what their boundaries are. This will test you. Yes, follow through. Can you tell a bit about how you communicate with parents? Hi, Jess. Jessica's getting married right away, and I'm in her wedding party. And my dress is ready, and I picked it up. I'm good to go. How I communicate with parents. I use what is called Seesaw. That I already did a blog post on that. So if you want to learn more about Seesaw, you can just go to my website, Teacher Talk Tuesday, and then just Google in Seesaw. It's an app. Is it called Seesaw? Is that what I use? Seesaw. No, it's not Seesaw. Wait, please hold. Can I exit out of this? Is it called Seesaw? I can't remember all of a sudden. I'm drawing a blank. Michelle, good day. If you are in here, let me know what I use. Anyways, it is so easy. Literally take a picture, or you can take a video, and then the kids can do it in kindergarten. The kindergarten teacher at my school taught them how to use it. They each have their little like emoticon animal person, and they are animal icon, and they know where it's at, and they upload it, and the parents can comment back, so that's really neat. So sometimes when I'm doing their reading scores, or if I just want to check in and they're doing read to self and I want their parents to see kind of what they're doing, I can just record them, and then it uploads right to their file, and the parents get a notification right away, and they can comment, say like good job, or you were working on this last night and you're doing fantastic, or whatever that is. I'm still waiting for some parents to sign those waivers. You should send a waiver. My division requires one, so make sure you send it home. I'm still waiting for feedback, and then I'm going to do it. And then I use the text messaging app called Remind 101, which I also did a Teacher Talk Tuesday on. So that's how I communicate like what the kids are doing, and like don't forget it's library day tomorrow, or don't forget we have a special lunch, or it's pajama day, things like that. Jess, did that answer your question? I used to have to read my son a book called The Kissing Hand to him every morning. Oh, that's so sweet. That's like the cutest book ever. It's very cute. All grades. I agree. All grades do need clear expectations and procedures. Do you do calendar? If so, what is your calendar routine? You know what, Marissa, that actually changed this year. And I don't know how I feel about it, but I do a very, very expedited calendar time. Again, like I said, the admin, there was some changes when I was going to get support and people coming into my classroom, so I really needed to cut my morning time like in half essentially. So basically what happens now is the kids come in, they open their agendas and they put them in the bucket, because we're not doing writing in our agendas until the afternoon. So they put their agendas open in a bucket, and then after I have an LRT come in and she goes through them. Anyways, we meet at the corner and we do a very quick calendar time. I do it all, and the kids kind of help me and engage with it. But so I'll say today is September 12th, 2017. The day of the week is this. Yesterday was this. So-and-so was that. We'll talk about what our day looks like. So we'll go through our daily schedule, because I really do find Sunny, sorry if you can hear Sunny, he's like playing with his toy. They really need the schedule to kind of follow along, especially from the jump to from kindergarten to grade 1. Last year the kids, and in all previous years, they were coming half days, so now in grade 1 they come for the full day. So often at like 10:30 they'll ask me when it's home time, and not for a while. So it's good for them to be able to see. We take them off when we're done. Sometimes I haven't had to do that this year, but for some kids it's really nice visual to take it down, to say like, we're done. We only have this much of the day left, especially if they do have anxiety. That really helps. And then, so like I said, like my calendar time, we used to do a poem, we used to do words of the week, we still do those, but it's all very quick and I do it all, whereas before the kids did it when they were the helper of the day. So that's changed. Honestly, I don't know if I really like it so far. My new morning routine is not my favorite, but it is what it is. I hope that helps. I'm about to do my pre-internship. Any tips? Pre-internship. Oh my goodness. You have to be more specific. I could give you a million tips. About what to wear, about where to park, about lesson planning, about... You got to give me some. What would you... Like, what are you most nervous about? And then let's see if I can help you that. My son is 22, LL. You don't look like you have a 22-year-old son. Have you filled a bucket today? Book is amazing too. Yes, that is a good one. I just did that one. So fun. His teacher was young and fun, and she made so much difference. Aww. Hey, hi. Have you read Debbie Miller's Reading with Meaning? She is my fave. I haven't. Let me write that down. My trusty notepad here. Debbie, is it a teacher resource, I'm assuming? Debbie Miller, oh, I missed it now. Oh, there it is. Reading with Meaning. Jessica, you have fan club in here. Somebody says, hi, Jessica. Seesaw, I think that's what it is, but why am I like drawing a blank? Is this your first year using it, Jess? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it is Seesaw. Thanks, Jess. You're right. Were you using it? She's not answering me yet. Anyways, what strategies do you use to teach your students to read? Ooh, there's a lot. It's like a lot of puzzles to put pieces put together. Yeah, the primary teachers are just starting. I have no tips right now. Okay, well, if you need any tips, let me know. It's really good. You have to stay on top of it, but once you teach your kids, you have some grade 2s in there that would probably be able to help you. Oh, goodness, how do I teach my kids how to read? Well, we start with phonics. Are you a teacher or are you a parent looking for things that you can help with at home? That would help me kind of know where you're at. Any tips about lesson planning? I'm teaching grade 4 and I'm drowning in lesson plans. Are you typing lesson plans every day for every subject? I think your name is? Because if you are, you're a godsend because I don't do that. The biggest thing that helped me the most probably was when I took my curriculum, grade 1 curriculum, actually, a friend did it for me, and she printed it off and she put it in a duotang, and then we labeled like each subject, and it was so easy to just reach. I reached for that book. The cover is actually now ripped off of the duotang. I keep it on my desk at all times, and I'm always referring back to the curriculum because essentially I used to, and I was bad at this, I used to be like, okay, this is going to be so fun. The kids are going to love this. It looks great. It's so colorful and fun and fancy. And then I would be like, where the hell? This isn't even in the curriculum. I don't have time for this. So really, really make sure that you are, like, you know that curriculum inside and out. And start with an outcome and then kind of go backwards. That's what I do. That's what I find works the best. Like, what do I need to teach? And then I kind of go from there. And chances are once you find, so say you find an outcome in science and you need to cover that outcome, you're going to do other things. So your language arts can be pulled into there. Even some arts ed, if you have to teach that, there's going to be other things pulled in there, and find out where they fit in and use all of those. Like, really dive into all, like, don't think like subject to subject, think like holistically, if that helps. And like I said, print off your curriculum and have it like sitting on your desk. Highlight it. I honestly, like, my language arts and math curriculum things are cut out on the back of my whiteboard, and I like highlight them when I'm done, just for visual, so I can say, okay, I've done that one. Especially in math, because you really need to make sure you're hitting all of them, because it's so important. It's like a building block. Okay. Sorry, I feel like I'm missing out. It's a great book. She is awesome. All of Debbie Miller's book. Oh, I started teaching grade 1 too. That's exciting. I've never taught a split grade, ever. How lucky am I? Yes, Amy's exactly what I was saying. Use cross-curricular when teaching the different objectives. Yes. Outcomes, yeah, for sure. How do you manage center times? I don't do center times a lot. I think in kindergarten you maybe do center time a little bit more, or maybe in some grade 1 classrooms. There's daily 5. I would consider that, I guess, center time for me. I haven't started that yet. That usually doesn't start till a little bit later. Expectations, like you need to teach them. You need to teach them how to walk. You need to teach them how to pick a partner. You need to teach them how to clean up. You need to teach them what it sounds like when they're playing in the stations. You need to teach them obviously what they're doing in the stations and like what does it look like? What does it sound like? What should you be doing? Like every single thing needs to be taught, especially in those younger grades. Like today, for example, I'm going to be real, at 3 o'clock, the kids had so much catch up to do and I was like feeling super overwhelmed, and I pulled out blocks, I pulled out some printing pages that were in this little bin, and I did not do a good job at explaining what to do. I thought I kind of had done it on the first day. I thought they would catch on. And it was terrible. Like, I had to stop it in 5 minutes because they were outrageous. And there are a good bunch. So it was my own fault. Also, when they left, they didn't clean up properly. It was my own fault. I didn't teach them how. So you just have to keep that in mind. Teaching them everything. Like, you might think something is clear and, like, easy. It's not. I'm really warm. It's hot in here. What do I have under here? You should attend the Summer Literacy Institute in Saskatoon. It was amazing. Author Penny Kittle and Kelly. Okay, you know what? There is actually a conference. That sounds like fun. Mandy, that sounds amazing. There's a conference in Saskatoon that I want to go to, and it is I gotta go to my Teacher Talk Tuesday. If you don't have this, I gotta go to my website. It is my favorite literacy resource ever. Well, that I've found in a long time. Teacher Talk Tuesday. Let's see if I can find it here. Hello, Zadie Clothing. Sorry, I will turn my focus here in a second. Where is that book? It is Writing Strategies, I believe. Reading Strategies. Let me just see. The Reading Strategies book? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I'll find it. Reading Strategies resource. It was on January 17th. I was talking about it. This is the story. This is the book that it's called. If you are teaching any, I would say I think actually all the teachers in our school, K-8, have it. It is unreal. And these people, or this Jennifer girl, is coming to Saskatoon in, I believe, when is it? I can't even remember. But anyways, it is supposed to be, the conference is supposed to be unreal. This book, ask your admin to buy it for you. It is amazing. I go through why I love it, and there's a whole post on it. It talks about how awesome it is. So if you're looking for a new resource, I would suggest that one. I would also say that in grade K-2, you need to remember that afternoon should be light in terms of the curriculum. Yes, for the first month as they are exhausted. I absolutely agree with you. Totally. Sorry, I'm like sweating. I don't know why it's so hot in here. I agree with you. Yep. That's, for example, why I did from 3:15 till 3:30 was like catch up and just chill out, because they were like, they would not have comprehended or got anything out of what I was putting down. Saravello, you're right. It is. Thank you. Melissa. It is Jennifer Saravello. Yeah. Awesome. You're the best. Mom, no, I'm still live. Aw, Mom, don't be sad. Do you have any questions, Mom? My mom is a TA. And she would be an amazing TA. I wish she was in my class. Catching readers before they fall is a great resource. Okay. Okay, anybody else have any other questions? No more letter of the week. It's a great writer's workshop resource too. Okay. So I have lots of reading to do. Is anybody wondering about what to wear to work? So I get lots of, I'm only asking that because I get lots of people sending me DMs about what I wear to work and that kind of thing. So I guess I can maybe touch on that even though nobody's like asking. If you're interested, if you're not, then just, I guess you can just tune out. If you would like more of these, I would definitely do more. It's a little bit easier than me doing some typing. And like if you have any suggestions of Teacher Talk Tuesdays or any other posts in the future that you want to see that I'm not doing, just let me know, okay? Okay, more lives. I will do that for you. Yes, because my classroom is so hot in the PM. Do you wear your hair down all the time? Worry about lice. You know what? That is a legit concern. I do wear my hair down a lot like this, but I'm also always just like putting it up. Like I just throw it up quick. I don't really have concerns about lice. I don't know. I think it's because I'm naive and I've never like seen it. We don't have lice in our school very often, but that is definitely like a major concern and in lots of schools. And I have some long ass hair, so that would not be good. Oh, good one, Jess. That's a good idea. And then maybe we can stop by yours after and we can like compare. That would be fun. Like a grade 2 classroom. That's a good idea. Maybe I will do one of these next week and I will show you guys all about like how I organize things. Would you guys like that? Because I could definitely do that. That would be a good idea. Let's do it. Jess is in. The bride is in. Okay. Where was it? Where to get cute and whoa, I can't read. Affordable business casual clothes. Winners. Always. Winners and Marshalls. Number 2, Joe Fresh. Like lots. I go there a lot. Where else do I go? I like to shop at H&M online. Like that dress that I wore on the first day of school, that was $10 from H&M. I like Forever 21. You have to be careful on that website. Obviously, like we all know Forever 21, you're not going to want to buy like your staple items. This is what I would do. I would buy, if you can, and your school allows for it, I would buy a pair of good dark jeans. Doesn't need to be expensive, but a good pair of dark jeans that you don't need to roll up because that makes them look really casual. Like, I mean, no rips. If you want them to be straight leg or you want them to be skinny, it doesn't matter, whatever fits you. A dark pair of jeans with no rips, and they're hemmed appropriately, whether you want to wear them with heels or flats or whatever. Though that, I would buy that. I would buy a blazer. Dynamite is really good. They have lots of nice blazers there. Mine is from Aritzia. I've had it. It was a little bit of an investment. It wasn't too bad, but I've had it for about, I want to say like 7 years, and I wear it a lot. So jeans, a blazer, a couple, like a nice white blouse or a black blouse, probably black, just because you don't want it to get dirty. And then a vest of some kind. So my school, and a cardigan. I actually have my little rack, whoa, of clothes and stuff here. So these are just some of the things. So this, I actually bought this from, I get questions about this all the time, at a consignment store. It's used. I love to go when I go to bigger cities and they have nice consignment stores. This is my favorite denim vest, and I wear it all the time over top of dresses that have skinny straps, okay? So that's how I get away with that. My school, we can dress pretty casual. Some you can't. This is originally from Aritzia. I actually don't know how old it is, but get your hands on a vest, whether it's a leather vest, a nice dark denim vest, a light denim vest like this, something that you can get that will help you to cover up those skinny straps so that you can take your summer dresses into the fall or whatever. Next thing is, so like this is another example of a vest. This is Cupcakes and Cashmere. I paid way too much money for it, and I don't wear it enough. I like it, but anyways, that's just, I'm mad that I'm just annoyed at myself. But I just need to wear it more to work and all sorts of things. But I find it's not as comfortable. I don't know. This was like literally $10 and I wear it all the time and it is used. And like, why do I love it so much? I don't know. You know how that goes? Just happens. And then, okay, so a good cardigan. This is from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I love the little bell sleeves on it. So this will take in your basic dark denim. You can even wear a tinier, like if you just want to wear like a black cami or something underneath, not too low obviously, and then throw this over top with some heels and a nice necklace and you'll be good to go. Like a good cardigan. You can put this over top of a black dress. You can wear this with like a skirt and a blouse and then this again over top. So yeah, and then some comfortable shoes. My feet are like metal, I swear. I don't get sore feet very often. But my secret is I always have, one of my students actually today asked me, how many pairs of shoes do you have at school right now? I said 3. Why? Because I always keep a pair of flats or like sandals or even sneakers sometimes. If my feet get sore, I just take them off. But my feet don't get sore very often. So invest in a good pair of black shoes or boots that are, if you don't like to wear heels, then don't buy heels because you're not going to be able to wear them, okay? I worked at a shoe store for years and I had to just always wear heels, so that's how I got used to them. Okay, how do you adapt for all learners? Oh gosh, that's so hard. That's like an ongoing thing. Right now in the school year, you need to identify who those learners are. I don't know if you guys have these, but we have record of adaptations in our school division. So that's something that I always look for. Look in their files, look in their folders, ask their previous teachers, what were you doing last year that worked for these kids? What did you do with them? Like right now, if you're in our division, we've only met them, like this is literally a week since we've met them. So it's hard to know. Don't get down on yourself right away, but also don't waste any time. Go to those cume folders, go to the previous teacher if you can, if they were at the school. You're not in this alone. That is my biggest thing, is ask for help all the time. Record of adaptation. Ask about that. Write it down. In Power School, if you are a part of Regina Public, we have, what is it called? It's like in their in grade book, and you can go in and like I did it. You have to fill in kind of what you did and where they need help with. So I forget what it's called, but it's in there. So I hope that helps. Ask for help. Ask what people did before you. Don't need to reinvent the wheel, and then try it. But if it isn't working, don't keep doing it. Try something different. Okay? I hope that helps. Sometimes these questions, I feel like I don't know if I'm answering them okay. I'm interested, LOL. It's hard to find something comfortable but fashionable to wear to school. I know it is. I'm not a teacher, but I do work in a professional environment. I always wonder if a romper is a no-go. I think about wearing it in the fall with pantyhose and a blazer. Thoughts? I would say no. I don't know why. I just probably wouldn't. Honestly, because rompers are usually short. Rompers can ride up. So even if they aren't short, you're walking, you're busy, you want to be comfortable, they're going to be, most of mine ride up. I would honestly say probably not. But it all depends on where you work. Sorry if you wanted me to say that they were. What about playing Explorer? Do the K teachers at your school follow a Reggio style classroom? My kindergarten teacher at my school won, are you ready? She won the Prime Minister's Award. She got a selfie with our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. That's pretty cool. She's amazing. Her name is Lindsay Stewart. You guys should follow her on Twitter. She is awesome. Let me just pull up her handle. She, yeah, like she's amazing. Can I type in here? Oh, I can. Miss S. Maybe it's Miss S. I'm just finding it here. Hold on, sorry. So her, if you are a kindergarten teacher, you want to connect with her. Her handle, I'm going to type it in here, is at Miss S Classroom. She's unreal. She also has a blog, but it's more for like parent communication. Is that right? Miss S Classroom. Okay? There you go. Yes, my school is pretty relaxed with the dress code, and I'm an intern, so I don't want to appear too wet. Yes, that's right. You don't. You want to dress to impress. And also, okay, interns, if you're elder listening, listen. Like, do stuff. You got to make some moves because it's really hard to get a job, so you got to make some moves. You got to be offering to do things. You got to be bringing people coffee. You got to be striking up conversation. You need to be in the staff room. You need to be offering to take supervision. You need to go into other people's classrooms. Okay? It's hard. It's hard to be an intern and to get everything that you got to do, but relationships are honestly so important. There are, at our school right now, there are like 8 interns. So there's 8 interns. Yes, you have to be a good teacher and you have to have your lesson plans and you all that, but like if they don't know who you are, when it comes to getting a job, they're not going to remember you. So it's really super important to get out there, be involved, involved in the community, and just like, yeah, that would be that's my biggest thing. And obviously, like, you need to do your lesson planning and be organized and stuff, but on top of that. Faye can tour her grade 4 room with all the pretty colors. Okay, Faye, you're up after Jess. I like this little community we're getting going here. Oh, I also just moved to Edmonton and Simon's is amazing. Yes, my sister lives there and it's awesome. I'm trying to think where else. But honestly, you guys, Joe Fresh, like it's actually unreal. I go there all the time. Saw online that there is a writing strategies book also by Jennifer. Have you read this one? If so, would you recommend it? I just got it in June of last year, and I'm going to tell the truth. I haven't even looked into it yet, but I've heard that if it is anything like the writing one, it will be unreal. Or sorry, the reading one. It will be amazing. Oh yeah, here we go. M. Odds says the writing strategies one is also fantastic. Our admin bought it for us as a writing in our new division. Cool. As writing. The Geo app, it's like Insta Live, but the stories stay, they don't disappear. Also, people can join and show their own classrooms or resources. It's free too. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. It's just easy though because like everybody that like all my following is on Instagram. Wonder if we could do it and say like I'm gonna be on this app at this time. Maybe that would work. Also, I could record this. I could just have my camera and record our conversation, and then I could upload it. That could be something we could do. Just give me a glass of wine, and I've got all of the ideas. I've also been thinking about a podcast. I accidentally said that, but I didn't mean to. Don't hold me to it, but it's something I'm really thinking about. It would be really cool for all of us to see each other's classrooms and get ideas from each other. I agree. It would be so amazing. Yeah, that's so cool. Such a great idea. LOL, yes, interns, make the moves. I know, it's all about making moves. Even me, like, I'm like, let's do something. Like, we gotta make some moves. Okay, can you recommend any high school middle years teachers to follow? Just started my first week of B.Ed in the classroom. Mrs. Ortman, Kyla Coxford, are you in here anywhere? She's awesome. You're in Calgary. You know what? I don't know a lot of high school teachers really, but I will. If I think of anybody, I'll write it down. I will mention it in my next live because we're going to do this again. High school teachers and middle years. How do you have time for everything that you do? Well, I don't sleep a lot. That's why I'm getting wrinkles and bags under my eyes. How do I do? For me, it's always been busier is better. I'm better when I'm busy. In the summertime, I'm just like, I have time off and I feel like I'm at my worst. I'm the type of person that when I've got like a million balls in the air, balls. It's always funny when you say balls. When I have a million things in the air, I just am better. I feed off of like the energy and the like oomph of things going. It's kind of just always how I've been. I grew up very busy. I was a dancer growing up. I danced like sometimes 7 days a week, and then obviously in school. So that was in high school, and then university. I taught dance. I bartended. I worked at a shoe store. I've always just been really busy. I'm kind of like a mover and shaker. I get kind of antsy, or honestly, I get a little bit like sad when I'm not busy. I just feel kind of low. So for me, busier is better. I drink a lot of Red Bull and a lot of coffee, which is terrible. I know it's terrible. You look at my Instagram stories, I had a Red Bull because I just love them. Like I do. I'm not saying that you should drink them, but I do. How do I do it? Oh, and Jess, that's enough. How's the wine? The wine's good. Busier is better. What else are my strategies that I use? I have a day planner that I like to write in. And Jess knows, though, that I can be forgetful. Like, I don't have it all together. Sometimes I drink coffee that's been in my car for 4 days. I just take a swig of it, and it's not very good. And I forget things, and, like, I don't know. I just do the best that I can. And I try not to put too much pressure on myself. Like, tonight, I just couldn't get together for a Teacher Talk Tuesday. I honestly just couldn't get it together. I felt super overwhelmed, and then I decided to do this, and I feel like this is kind of even better. So I don't know. Brandon would tell you that I don't, that I get overwhelmed. I do get overwhelmed, and I do have a little bit of anxiety, which I don't really talk about very often, but I don't think I have anxiety. I just do feel anxious. So if you're wondering if I ever feel overwhelmed, oh my God, yes. Very overwhelmed lots of the times, but yeah. I have reminders in my phone, sticky notes everywhere, and very good people that surround me and tell me when I need to do things, like my teaching partner, Michelle, who's not here because she's at an appointment. What kind of dance? I did jazz, tap, ballet, hip-hop, contemporary, musical theater, all of the things. Yeah. Coffee is life. Faye knows. Faye knows what's up. Oh, this year I'm trying flexible seating with my grade 2s. Have you tried any flexible seating in your room? You know what? Last year I did not, but the year before that, it just kind of turned to that because the kids kept wrecking their nameplates, and I was getting frustrated, and I just said, you know what? Your names are gone. You're not having them anymore. And then it just kind of turned into wherever you wanted to sit. I didn't really make it into a big deal, and that was honestly, they were a very strong group. They worked really well together. They could handle it. Now, last year's group could not have handled it. I know that for a fact. So you will know, I think, this year's group, they will be able to. I'm positive, unless something changes. They could handle it. Why do you want to do that, Chantel? Chantel, you used to teach across the way from me. I'm just curious, why do you want to do it? Do you want to have different stations where there's kids on the ground and standing desks and desks that are super low, regular ones, kids by themselves? Do you just want to provide different opportunities in the environment, or why are you wanting to try that? And I'm curious, I want to know how you're going to go about it because it sounds super interesting. This is my mom, okay? Give a big shout out to Jill in pre-K at Punishai. Best pre-K teacher around. She told me her and her sister enjoy your blog. Thanks, Mom. Big shout out to Jill, everybody. Let's give her a big shout out. My mom is her TA. Where did you and Brandon stay when you were in Kelowna? We stayed at an Airbnb downtown. In downtown Kelowna. It was awesome, actually. If you want the exact link to the place, let me know and I can send it because it was fantastic. We loved it. How often do you facial, and what's your go-to wine? Facial? Probably once every 2 months-ish. I go to Patty Gorgaris Skin Studio. She's unreal. And I usually get chemical peels because I people ask me about my skin all the time, but it is very high maintenance and I break out all the time. I do. I have like not the greatest skin, so I always feel like very shocked when people ask me about it. But yeah, so I do it about once every 2 months, if give and take, sometimes less, sometimes more. What's my go-to wine? Any wine. I'm honestly not picky. This is like the one that has the bike on it and it's brown something. I just drink any wine. Have you ever looked into differences between education or teaching in the United States or education or teaching in Canada? If so, what are the differences? I have never looked into that, to be honest with you. I haven't. So I'm sorry. Are you looking to go there? Oh, best advice for an intern. I already kind of did this, but I'll do it again if there's any new interns. You got to be a mover and shaker. You got to make some moves. You have to be like recognizable, memorable, build those relationships, get to know your principal, get to know your VP, but not in an annoying way. Like, don't suck up to them. Just, I don't know, just really make and build relationships with your co-op teacher, with the students. Obviously, you want to make those connections. Lesson planning and having your pretty things on your desk, that's all very important. But really it comes down to building relationships. Are you hireable? What are you going to do to the school? Why should somebody hire you? What are you going to bring that I'm not already going to bring? Or what are you going to bring that that other intern isn't going to bring? Lots of people can make nice lesson plans and deliver great lessons and teach and have different teaching styles and all of these things, which are really important. But what are you going to bring to that staff? What are you going to, why is somebody going to want to hire you? Why would I want to hire you over anybody else? That's what you have to remember. What is going to make you hireable? That's my advice to you. Okay, Madison? I'm sure you'll be fabulous. Love Patty. I know Patty's the best. I know you did a post on interns, but I'm now in my second week with my grade 4s, and I would love your #1 tip for interns. Oh, I have lots of interns in here. Make some moves. I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself here a bit. My lips are really chapped. Make some moves and build relationships. That, like, I'm sure you, like, by now it's the second week, you have your lesson plans, they're going well, you're probably starting to pick up a full-time class, you're maybe starting to feel overwhelmed with that. Go to the staff socials. Go to the staff room when you can. I mean, you don't want to be just sitting in there hanging out, but like, get to know people and help out with supervision. If there's somebody that's coaching cross country, hey, you want me to come and help? I can be a volunteer, anything like that. Those are all things that just kind of going above and beyond. And don't like take somebody else's parking stall, because that's not cool. Yes, I'm creating different working spaces and encouraging my students to explore what they need to do their best work. We have standing tables, floor seating, carpet space, lower tables, and clipboards. That's awesome. So I would say, Chantel, is probably like, have you talked to them, which I'm sure you have because you're a fabulous teacher. I've seen you teach. Like, have you talked about what it means to be a good learner, or not a good learner, like what it means to be in a good space for you? So for me, I always use this example of, in staff meetings, I always talk about, when I'm telling my students about sitting at the carpet, we talk about like how you pick your spot at the carpet. And my example is always this: I cannot sit, well, she's now my VP, but I used to not be able to sit beside my friend Erin because we would talk the whole time. And like, we always would talk. So I would say to them, you know what? Mrs. Geddes is a very good friend of mine on staff. We are very close. We like each other a lot, but we know that we can't sit beside each other because we just talk. So just talking about relating it back to you, I feel like that always helps. And talking about why you're doing this. Why are you giving them these opportunities? Why are you giving them desks on the floor? Why are you giving them clipboards? Why are you having standing desks? Like, talk about them all, get them familiar with them all, and then allow them to make that choice. I hope that helps. If you wanted my feedback, I don't even know if you asked for it. Where did you do your internship? Have you worked in both rural and city school? I interned at Balfour Collegiate in Regina in a grade 9, 10, 11, and 12 classroom. That's weird, right? So I went through the arts education program, and like I said, I was a dancer. So the arts ed teacher there, Laura Coos, she was running the dance program, and I originally was supposed to go and do an internship in a grade 1 classroom, and then she contacted the university and basically wanted me to come and help her run the dance program there because I had a lot of experience in that. So I was kind of presented with a little bit of a different internship opportunity. So she kind of she went through the university and kind of asked if I could come there. So I took the opportunity. So that's why I did it in high school. I have always wanted to teach younger grades, but then I had that opportunity and it was amazing. I taught language arts or English. I taught health, and I did the whole dance program, or a lot of the dance program, with her. So, and I helped with the cheerleading team and all that. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. And then yes, I did. I taught in a small town where I was from, Raymore. Actually, I taught kindergarten, full day kindergarten. That was my first job, and I probably did a terrible job at it, but you know what? Made it through, and the kids turned out okay. What watch are you wearing? I'm wearing, it's super old. I don't even know if it has the right time. It is a Michael Kors watch from a very long time ago. Sydney, I just started my elementary after degree, and I'm super excited, but also nervous for my placement. Those are all the right emotions. That means you care. So good luck, Sydney. You'll be amazing. There's a really good TED Talk podcast called Rethinking School. I did read that, actually. Not read it, sorry, I listened to it. It was very good. Good suggestion. Hey, what are your favorite places for teacher clothing shopping? So I kind of already touched on this, but Joe Fresh, what else? Winners and Marshalls is like huge for me, for anybody really. H&M is really good. Oh, I like J. Crew. They also offer a teacher discount. And if you're in Edmonton, the J. Crew factory is awesome. I like that place. Were you losing your shit your first year teaching? What did you do to prepare for the year? You know what? I actually taught half-time. It was only a half-time position, and it was perfect for me. I lived with my brother, actually, and I taught dance and Zumba. I was a Zumba instructor back in the day. You know, I've really done it all. So I really was fortunate enough to kind of dip my toes in with a half-time contract. But I will say that I was there full-time. Like, I taught in the mornings, and then I stayed all afternoon. I was always at the school. That's probably why I got another gig, because I was always there. So yeah, I think I was losing it. I was just so excited. Like, it was a while ago, but yeah, I was like just so excited. I did the stupidest thing. Oh gosh, I just did so many stupid things. I have to tell you this because it's so stupid. I can't believe I did it. You guys, I took milk jugs, like 2-liter milk jugs, cut out, like, you know where they have the handle and you like pour it? I cut out a part of it, saw it on Pinterest, that was gonna be great, and I Mod Podged, I think that's how you say it, tissue paper all over it. Mom, if you're still watching this, you probably remember. It took me like literally 3 hours for one, and I did like 21 of them. Let me tell you, I never did that again. And I had their names on it, and I glittered them, and I just thought it was the cat's meow, and it was like the stupidest thing I could have ever done. Anyway, so like, you do stupid stuff like that, you realize what matters, you realize what doesn't matter, and you just have to laugh at yourself. And like, laugh when something doesn't work and realize that it doesn't work and be like, oh my God, that was insane. Cross it out, never do this again, because that's like what it's all about. Your first year is like, it's the best year, but it's the hardest year. And I loved my first year teaching. It was awesome. Teacher clothes, I already talked about that. Yes, Jessica should also not sit next door to her friends during a staff meeting, LOL. Jess, maybe you should take some tips from this, okay? No more sitting beside your friends. Okay, Mom, I just did tell them about the milk buckets. That's what I just did. So yeah, my mom is still watching, and I did the milk buckets, and it was the stupidest thing I could have done. And I know that my mom was thinking, like, what in the Sam hell are you doing? But she was awesome and just let me figure it out on my own, because that's what moms do. Yes, Jessica should also not... Okay, I read that. If I was in Regina, I would love to do my placement with you. I've had a few people ask if I'm going to take an intern. You know what? Honestly, I would love to, but taking an intern is like a huge commitment, and my plate is pretty full, as you guys have been kind of obviously noticing. So I don't know if it would honestly be fair if I did take an intern. I had 2 pre-interns a couple years ago, and it was a really, really great experience. But I don't know if I'm ready yet to take a full-time intern. Also, I've only been teaching, this is my like 7th or 8th year, so I feel like, I don't know, maybe I am ready. But anyways, it's a time commitment. Like, it is a huge, like, in order to be a good cooperating teacher, you need to invest a lot of time. And to be honest with you, I just don't know if I'm at that stage right now. So maybe one day. Hey, I interned in grade 7 to 11, and now I teach grade 4. Yeah, that happens all the time. Teachers are the best. Aww. Oh, yes, Mom, you did help. Yes, you did. Good job. I love this, Solly. Thank you. You're welcome. Amy, do you have any other questions? So Amy today messaged me about the plastic bag grab. That is another thing. Get involved. Even if you're not an intern, I cannot suggest getting involved with your school council. Like the kids council. Ours is called SAC, I believe. It is so fun, and it is a great way to get involved with the kids that aren't in your grade. I really like it. We do lots of fun things. It helps. The more teachers, the better. Last year we had 4 teachers, and it's just awesome. It's so fun. I love it. Any other student council ideas? What did we do? We do lots of dances, obviously. Those were always fun. We did the plastic bag grab, which I already messaged you about. So if you want to Google that, it is Walmart puts it on, and you collect plastic bags, and the winner wins like a cash prize, which is awesome. That usually happens in the spring. What else have we done? The kindness. In February, we usually do something with kindness. We've done things for the Humane Society. We've collected mittens, warm and fuzzy things for underprivileged children. We've done, there's so many. That could be a whole post, actually. Bye, Marissa. Thanks for tuning in. I'm trying to think. That could be a good post. I'll just write that down, Amy, okay? Student council. Ideas. Guided reading. That's always tricky. I actually, this year, have started a new reading program. You're welcome, Amy. That I'm using. Oh, wow. It says I only have 1 minute and 56 seconds left. Does that mean like I've run out of time? We've talked for so long. Okay, guided reading. You know what? This might have to be something that we talk about the next time, because I did start something new. But DM me. Send me a DM if you like this, and if you would rather do a live video every Tuesday or whatever, and just chatting back and forth and answering questions rather than an actual Teacher Talk Tuesday. I would totally be down for that. We could just meet here on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock or whatever time it is we decide, and we could do this instead. So if you think that's a great idea, you don't have to, you can just send me a thumbs up, send me some kind of DM, make a comment on one of my photos or something like that, and let me know. Because it was actually kind of fun. Did you guys have fun? Nice. That's awesome. Okay, we only have 1 minute left. So thank you so much for tuning in. You love my OOTD? This? You like this? This is old and has a hole in it, and I'm disappointed with it, but okay, yeah, and it's helpful to connect with other people, yeah, which is totally awesome. So we're going to do classroom tours. We're going to do lots of fun things. So it was really nice. Cheers. If you have your glass of wine. Cheers. And like I said, send me a DM if you guys want to meet here every Tuesday instead of Teacher Talk Tuesday. Okay. Bye, guys.